I reckon this is a good enough spot for it. I reckon it should work. You're probably thinking, what the hell's he doing? Well, in areas like this, open forest, a lot of small animals live. Now they're rats, mice, marsupials, even large skinks. If you're stuck out here, you might think, well, how am I going to catch them? Because a lot of them come out at night. Well, in the bush, materials are everywhere, and that's why I'm playing with these stones. A nice flat stone like this. I'm going to try to make a Stone Age rat trap. Now, I've never made one before, but the idea I've got, I reckon it will work. Okay then, now I take me bait and put it right at the back of the rock. Now I've got to balance the trigger like that. Now there's no way you could knock it out. So what I've done, I've designed a little roller. There it is, balanced. Now we've got to stop him from coming in from the sides, so the only place he can come in is through here. So we'll put a couple of rocks either side here. When he goes in, he will bump this little rock here. Ah! Gee, that's how it works. In rocky areas like this, it's very difficult sometimes for the animals to dig holes, so they have to live in logs. And looking in here, I see some grass. Something's made a nest. It's probably a rat, so we'll just see. We'll try and catch him. I'm going to block this end off and chip through from the other end. I can see it's fairly thin on the top. It's rotted out towards the top. I can hear something. There's something in there. Ouch! Little bastard. Look at that. He bit me. I thought it was his tail. There's his tail. Got him. Don't let him bite me again. Here we are. This is an introduced rat. Now it could have just as easily been a bandicoot or some other small marsupial living in Australia. And they are all good to eat. You might be horrified that somebody might eat a rat, but when you look at it, it eats the same as a chicken, grain and insects. It's just covered in fur. Now, here in Australia, we have the luxury of basically eating for pleasure. In other countries, like New Guinea, Indonesia and India, this little fellow is a part of their diet. Kentucky rat. Bush tucker in Australia has changed a lot over the last couple of 100 years. There's a lot more of it. We brought with us the ferals, pigs, goats, cats, rats, and even toads. So if you're really serious about saving on that supermarket bill, you can. Bit small. That's a better one. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to prepare for you a bush tucker banquet. We're going to have mangrove snails, cane toad legs, fricasseed rat, barbecued rat, stingray, and the specialty of it all. Barramundi sausage. To do this, you have to catch a barramundi, gut him, throw the barramundi away, and then make a sausage with his gut. Very nutritious. With the mangrove snails, you just gently baste them in the coals. With the rat, we gut him, we singe him, and we skewer him, and again, gently roast him over the coals. With this little fellow here, the cane toad, is a little different. Preparation's important, because that white stuff there is in fact poison. You can't eat that. You can only eat the skinned animal. And you've got to be careful not to get any of that on the meat, otherwise it could kill you. But otherwise, they taste good. The barramundi sausage, what's in his gut we poke through his gills, comes outside, all the liver and the fat goes inside, and we've got a sausage. Yes, that's him. The stingray barb, that's the poisonous bit of the stingray. He uses it like a scorpion would, zut, if you stand on him. Now if you haven't got a knife, you can actually use this to gut the stingray. It's very, very sharp. Listen to that cook. What I'm doing, I'm heating up the stomach to make it easier to gut it. There we go. Let's put it back on the table, because we have to get the liver out. Stingray liver. I just put it on a plate. There we go. We'll just put that aside for later. Okay. Just get rid of the gut, and now I'm going to cook him. When I was working with the Aborigines in the Gulf of Carpentaria, an old fella named Stingray Barney showed me how to cook stingray like this. And I suppose the reason they put the liver in with the meat, there's a lot of vitamins in the liver. And it's pretty hard to cook it by itself. So if they mix it with the meat, you have to wash the meat first. So I've got to scrape all of the flesh here out. Now I've got to take this and I've got to wash it. Squeeze. Now wash it in a bit of water here. You wash it, you squeeze it out. Really squeeze it out. Now I don't know why they did it, they just did. Okay. Now just get a bit of that liver and they mix it in with it. Now I'll wrap it up in one of the leaves and we'll bury it in the sand and cook it. I think me rat's a bit overdone, but still, you'll be okay. I'll bet you're thinking, yuck, rat. Yeah, it's rat, but it's only meat. Doesn't eat anything different to a chook. And in fact, I've been led to believe they're very high in vitamin C. I don't need oranges, just eat a rat. What I'm doing is just taking the barramundi's gill and gut. I'm turning the gut inside out. Anything that was outside the gut goes inside, and anything that was in his gut comes out. So all the liver, all the fat goes inside the sausage. Stingray fish cake. That's quite nice. What's so good about these little shellfish is they come in their own little pots. You just have to stick them in and they cook. When they're cooked, you grab them out, smash them out, and you've got yourself some dinner. And no sand even. Barramundi sausage, cooked to perfection. Doesn't taste very nice, but I suppose it's very nutritious. Toad's legs. They're just another kind of frog. And if we're in France, this would cost you a lot of money. Here, it's free. Tastes a bit like rabbit. What you got to remember with the cane toad is they are poisonous. But if you skin them, they're okay. So you have to be very careful if you're going to use cane toad as part of your supermarket shopping.
With holiday time running out, Rob Breddle takes his mate Robbo for a last stroll in the bush. He's got it in mind to give him a real treat, something to remember their time together by. There's just a tinge of apprehension, and he's not too sure whether he's interested in any more special trips.
Look at this, John.
Oh, you're kidding, I'm not going through there.
Imagine walking along and you go, oh, and this thing falls on your bloody face.
I'm going back the other way.
Swamps, spiders, mosquitoes and crocodiles are pretty low on Robbo's list of priorities. He knows only too well that finding bush tucker entails a lot of walking.
I'm wet now, aren't I?
Saturday morning at the supermarket has never looked more attractive.
I don't know about you, John, but I feel like eggs for breakfast. That's your stick. Yep, egg.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Just got to find the chook, eh?
Out here.
So what's the stick for?
Well, that's for you to keep the mum off. What you've got to do, John, is take off your shirt and tie it around that stick. Because when the mother swoops, you've got to stick it in the face. Okay. Give it to her, John. I'll get there.
Come on, Rob.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, she's still here.
Half a dozen, do you?
Yeah, just be quick, whatever. Now, I want my shirt back.
Well, get it back. It's your shirt.
Yeah, that's fair enough. A bit of salt would have been better.
Yeah. To survive out here in the bush, you've got to take the opportunity to get your food wherever you can, whenever you can. Just anyhow you can get it. And it's basically a dog-eat-dog world out here. And sometimes you don't even know if you're going to be dinner. It's tough.